Important things to consider before buying your dream home this spring. Legal, by Louise Aitkin.
The spring property market is heating up, but buying and selling property is not something we do all the time, and the risks and considerations are in constant flux. So, if you're looking to take the plunge into the property market, here are some things you may wish to consider.
Planning.
Have you thought about current and pending planning applications that may affect the adjoining properties you are interested in purchasing? There are certain searches that can be completed to locate those current and pending planning applications. It may be that you are planning a tree change and discover that the peaceful, serene property you are looking to purchase has a planning application pending for the property next door for a 10-lot subdivision.
Flooding and environmental risks.
Changing environment and climate factors can impact your property now and in the future. Recent examples include updated flooding maps, and Yarra Ranges Council, earlier this year, adopted new erosion management overlays as a result of a report commissioned in 2021 regarding landslip risk. The updated mapping identified an additional 2,000 landslide-prone properties.
Bushfire management overlay.
Anybody living east of Mullumalum Creek, which is Yarra Ward, is under a bushfire management overlay. As such, there are most certainly requirements put in place by Council around the building requirements which need to be complied with if you are planning on building and or renovating within an area with the bushfire management overlay. You may wish to further consider what the insurance costs and requirements are for these properties subject to flooding, bushfire or other environmental factors.
Material facts.
Ask as many questions as possible of the real estate agent with respect to any items you require clarity. It is important for the seller or agent to tell potential purchasers anything important about the property that they might not know, even after looking at it. This is to make sure that the deal is fair and transparent. Material facts related to a property are those that are seen as affecting a purchaser's decision to purchase a property if those items were not disclosed. However, sometimes those require you to ask certain questions about the history of the property.
Building works and renovations.
If recent works have been completed on the property, it is important to ask as many questions as possible regarding those works so that your conveyancer or property lawyer can ensure the appropriate disclosure requirements have been met. These requirements are not straightforward and require a detailed review to ensure that the required disclosure requirements have been met. It is also important to check that there are no outstanding building notices with respect to those works. And this can be completed through a check with the local council or a search through your conveyancer or property lawyer.
Purchasing a home built less than 7 years ago.
If you are interested in purchasing a property whereby the dwelling is less than 7 years old, you should ensure that the appropriate building permits, planning permits, occupancy permits and domestic building insurance are provided.
Have your contract of sale and Section 32 vendor statement reviewed.
As always, before you sign a contract of sale and Section 32 vendor statement, you should ensure you have had the document reviewed by a property lawyer or conveyancer. The review is designed to provide you with the necessary advice and details of any further due diligence that you may wish to carry out to ensure the property is the right fit for you. A contract review often provides a purchaser with further insight and power to negotiate. Furthermore, if you're purchasing at auction and you have no right to cool off, it is important that the contract of sale and Section 32 are reviewed beforehand to ensure you know exactly what you are signing on the day. You do not want to find out post-auction that there is an easement or covenant disclosed that is going to prevent you from completing those additional works to the property that you had dreamed of.
Louise Aitkin, Conveyancing Manager at Madison Sloan Lawyers in Park Orchards. For more information, go to madisonsloanlawyers.com.au. This article was read by Rebecca Rose,
Sandy Miller.